Hi everyone, and welcome to my next video tutorial, which is going to be focused on styling the Django admin with django-lucus. So this is a new library that you can utilize if you want to customize your Django admin. Now, the good thing that I like about this library is that it has multiple options available. So here you can see a few rough samples here in terms of the styling that's available, into which you can go on ahead and customize your Django admin. And the good thing that I like is it also has a built-in, you could say, filter where you can customize almost immediately as you switch around. You can also alter the mode, so light mode, dark mode, according to the associated themes as well. And that is what we are going to look at today. So what you're going to want to do is, in order for django-lucus, which is the name of this package here, to work, you're going to want to ensure that you have a Django project to which you want to apply this to. So make sure you have one running. As you can see here, I have one that is already set up. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so the next phase. What we want to do now is we want to just say pip install django-lucus, so we can copy that, head on over to our terminal, make sure everything has been stopped on your server, and then you can just say pip install django-lucus. Right, so as you can see here, I already have it installed, so it might just take a moment for you to install it onto your machine. Now, once that's been installed, we can go to the next set of steps. So see, we've passed the installation phase. Now we want to set it up. So you just want to now add Lucus to your list of installed apps, and just make sure that you explicitly place it above the django.contrib.admin app. So we can go ahead and copy the following. Then you want to go to your project, then to your settings.py file. And we just want to go and scroll down to the list of installed apps. And here's django.contrib.admin. So above that, you can just paste in Lucus like so. So make sure that you have it just like that. And that's all we need to do for that. And the final step is to run the default migration here. So you want to say python manage.py migrate Lucus. Now, just make sure that you've performed your previous migrations first. So just to make sure that you've got that set, just make sure if this is a new project, just make sure that you run python manage.py migrate in the event that you haven't done it. But in this case here, okay, it's going to migrate Lucus, but I want it to be explicit this time. So I'm going to just say python manage.py migrate Lucus. Okay, there we go. Right, so that is how we can go ahead and make those set migrations. Right. Now the next thing you want to do is navigate to the Django admin. So all you want to do is create a super user if you haven't already got one. So you can say python manage.py create super user. Okay, and then I'm going to say arno-admin, skip the email, add in a password. Okay, and then we can go on ahead, run our server, and access the Django admin. All right, so let's go straight there. So you can go to your local host, put in /admin, and there we go. So already we can see here we have a default green theme, but don't worry, we're going to learn how to change this. So all you want to do now is you just want to add in your Django admin username and the associated password. All right, so after you've entered in your credentials, you can proceed to log into the Django admin. All right, there we go. And as you can see, we have this default theme, and it's known as Olivia here. We can see here we have a nice table. So we can see it also has a nice sort of animation here. So we have just our user model and our group model. So let's select that. And we can see this is the kind of style that's integrated. So it's quite nice. I really like it. I also like the layout. It's at least kind of different. It kind of reminds me as database tables, but from a Django admin perspective. Here we can adjust the themes like I mentioned. So you can see there's a variety. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 themes. So we can go to gray, we can go to slate, we can go to June, midnight, Nord, Dracula, GitHub, Capuchin, I'm not sure how to say that, excuse me, Tokyo Night. And right next to it, you can see we have the associated modes here. So here we have Auto Tokyo Night, so we can say dark and light. Let's go to Olivia, and you can see it seems, from what I can see here, the associated match. So if I go to Olivia dark and Olivia light, we can see it will be greenish here. If I go to Tokyo light, it's going to be like a grayish color, and then Tokyo dark has sort of this steel blue color. Let's go to June, and let's go to light June. It has like a brownish sort of color here. If I go to slate light, okay, you can see it's a bluish color. Let's go to the dark, very similar to Tokyo light, just a bit darker here. Let's go to, let's see a very specific one here. Gray, slate, okay, midnight. And let's go to light. We can see here it kind of keeps that green style there, and you can see if we were to go to Tokyo night, we can see there is a difference here. So this associated color does enhance or complement the default theme that we have available here. And of course, the good thing here is if I were to set this, for example, to June, and let's set it to June dark, and let's say I wanted to log out now. Okay, we can see it shows us the following page. So there is a bit of a UI change here as well, which is different, which is also nice. And we can see if we say login again, it's going to keep and persist to that last theme that we set up. And that's the good thing that I really like about here. This library, we have a lot of flexibility in that regard. All right, so let's briefly look at the additional options that are available to you. So if we go back to the documentation, we can see here under the settings table here what options are available here in terms of what you can define. Of course, the type, the default, and the relevant effect here pertaining to those settings that you would integrate. So there is a lot that you can tinker around with and take a look. And a little bit more explicit if you want to look at the UI, if you want to look at how you can set the various options in place, and also how you can just get some more details on how everything is being utilized and what is set as well when you are overriding, etc. And that whole process, should I say. But all right, so that's it, guys. Just a very useful Django admin library that I came across. Like I said, very useful because it has, as I saw there, 10 different unique themes with associated modes attached to them, which is something that I like. You have that instant ability to change and adapt as you so desire. Alright guys, so that's it for this video tutorial. As always, thank you for the support, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.